Listen, okay? I want to preface this by saying a legal disclaimer. It is very important that I make said legal disclaimer before we do anything, all right? Because I'm not trying to get in trouble with the law, with the federal government, okay? Listen, I did my research, all right? I looked it up. Currently, I am living in California. I have lived in California for a couple months. However, I am registered to vote and have lived my entire life up until recently in Florida. I'm registered to vote in Florida, and I received my absentee ballot for Florida. It is completely legal for me, not being registered to vote in California, but registered to vote in Florida, to vote with my absentee ballot for Florida. After this election, I will be registering to vote in California and voting in California from now on. I've also done my research as to whether or not what I'm about to do is legal. In both Florida and California, it is legal to take a selfie with your filled out ballot, which is fine. I can only assume and extrapolate from this that it is also legal for me to fill it out on stream. Now, to be safe though, just to be extra safe, because there was nothing I could find online specifically about filling out your ballot on stream or recording it and uploading it. There was nothing I could find about that. So to be completely safe, I'm going to fill it out of sight from where you guys can see, and I'm going to fill it out. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I will simply tell you who I am voting for. But I think you guys can pretty strongly understand, based on my content, who I advocate to be voted for. But just to be safe, I'm not going to do it while I am voting. Why should it be illegal? It shouldn't be illegal, but I'm just being safe. Okay? I'm just being completely safe. So, this is my ballot. Not filled out yet at all. And I will be filling it out now. I got my pen. Now, very quickly, very, very important. This is a PSA to all of you, okay? If you are doing a mail-in ballot, or any kind of ballot, you'll most likely be required to fill out your signature on a separate piece of paper. I have it over here in this pile, which I won't be filling out on stream just because it has personal information on it. This is Lonnie's pen. You do have to fill out your signature. You need to make sure that your signature is identical to the signature on your ID. All right? It needs to be exactly the same. If it is not exactly the same to your ID, if you draw the Y or whatever in your signature a little differently or significantly differently, they will count this as a bad ballot, think that your signature is forged, and throw it out, and your vote will not count. There are a lot of people who fucked up their signature, did a typo, did a mistake, something like that on their signature, and had to request a new ballot. You have to be very, very, very careful. They will find any excuse not to count your ballot if you're voting Democrat, all right? Be very, very careful. I'm going to practice my signature multiple times before I even end up writing it officially. I need my signature to be perfect. You should do the same. You need your signature. Don't have like your signature you usually use when you're filling out like the little thing when you use your credit card or your debit card at the bank or at a store. Use the exact same signature on your ID. Do not fuck it up. Make sure your vote counts, okay? And I'm not gonna say who you should or shouldn't vote for during this stream, all right? You guys know who I want you guys to vote for. You guys know how it is, all right? So with all that said, we're gonna get right into it. I will also be doing research about other things, such as representatives in Congress, whether or not certain judges should stay or be retained or should be removed from office. I'll be doing research on those individuals as well on stream as I fill this out. All right. Yeah, Kanye West is on the California ballot, at least on Lonnie's. Yeah, Kanye West is on Lonnie's ballot. So yeah, that's funny. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's happening. I'm filling it out now. Yo, Xanderhall, you're not a 503 tax exempt entity. You're allowed to tell us to ride with Biden. I'm allowed to legally, I can say. White Nervosa says the YoFam thing is fixed. It looks like it is. I haven't gotten any YoFam since I opened up my thing, so thank you, Mythaldo. I appreciate that. We also got a dono. Also, donos, subs, anything like that. Very much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe and like the stream, share it, all those things. And subbing and donating is very, very, very appreciated. And I saw your messages, Emily. If you are capable of it, we're going to try to play Dead Space 3 after this. I've never played it multiplayer before, but I believe it becomes multiplayer like right off the bat. Like, because I know the opening of the game, you play as those two dudes. I think that's multiplayer. And then as soon as the opening cutscene where Carver comes into Isaac's apartment, you're playing Carver, by the way. Sorry, you're playing Carver. All right, I'm the streamer. I get to play as Isaac. But yeah, we should be able to do the whole thing. Anyway, let's get into it. It's 501, but same concept. Okay, let's get right into it. The first thing on my ballot: President and Vice President. Vote for one. Donald J. Trump and Michael R. Pence. Joseph R. Biden and Kamala D. Harris. Joe Jorgensen and Jeremy Spike Cohen. Rogue Rocky de la Fuente and Darcy G. Richardson. Gloria La Riva and Sunil Freeman. Howie Hawkins and Angela Nicole Walker. And Don Blankenship and William Moore. I will be voting for Joseph R. Biden and Kamala D. Harris. Fill this in very carefully. I'm filling this in fucking more carefully than I would on a Scantron. Making sure that shit is filled in completely. Make sure to don't just draw a line or anything through your thing. Do it how you would do on a fucking Scantron, alright? You make sure that shit is filled in very well. There we go. Make sure that shit is filled in perfectly. Riding with Biden. It's filled in. All right. We're going to vote blue down ballot. Or I'm going to vote blue down ballot. I shouldn't say we, because, you know, I do that. I'm a streamer, okay? Just in case some fucking legal shit happens and this ends up getting showed in a courtroom, okay? I say we in regards to myself, because I'm a streamer. It's like me and my audience. You know how it is. Okay? Representative in Congress, District 11. Daniel Webster, Republican. Dana Marie Cottrell, Democrat. We're voting Dem. Or I'm voting Dem. Dana Marie Cottrell. Filling that in. Filling that shit in. Boom. State Representative, District 34. Ralph E. Musalo Jr., Republican, and Dushyant Jethagar Kosai. I don't know how that's fucking pronounced. Dem. We're voting Dem for this one, obviously. Remember, district and local elections are very, very important. Your Congress people, your representatives, all these things, you need to vote blue down ballot for them too. The presidential election is very, very important, but so are other things. I would like Congress and the Senate and the House to be blue as well. I would always that's where you need that on top of the presidency if you want to implement, you know, systemic change. We're gonna vote. So County Commissioner, District 1, we've got Beth Navrund or whatever as a Republican, and Isaiah Haddon as the Democrat. I'm gonna vote for Isaiah Haddon, the Democrat. Filling it out. The greatest pen of all time, but as long as I go over it enough, I can fill it out pretty effectively. Try not to get too much outside of the lines. All right. County Commissioner, District 5. We've got Steve Champion as a Republican and Michael Berman as the NPA. Ooh, interesting. NPA. What does NPA mean? I need to check. Let's look it up. Not party affiliated, I assume? No party affiliated? Michael Berman. See what his whole thing is. He's a dermatologist in Key West, Florida, and has over 40 years of experience in the medical field. Dr. Berman has more experience with... Is this the right guy? No, I don't know. Hold on, let's see. County Commissioner. Gotta take off my ad block. Everything requires you to remove your ad block these days. Brevered commissioners wrap themselves in constitution with Isnari's resolution. Brevard County commissioners figuratively wrap themselves in the U.S. Constitution at their latest meeting with the help of Sheriff Wayne Ivory. Commissioners on Tuesday unanimously approved a ceremonial resolution under District Commissioner Christy Eisner. I'm not finding anything in particular about this guy. So, here's the problem. There is no Dem option for County Commissioner District 5. The other options are Republican, and the other option is, and the option that I think we're going to go with is going to be the no party affiliated, unless he's like worse than a Republican. Thanks for that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to vote against the Republican because there's no way that someone who's non-party affiliated is going to be worse than the non-party affiliated guy. I'm not finding anything about him, which means there haven't been any big scandals or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Michael Berman. I should do my taxes like this too. Would you guys like that if I just streamed me doing my taxes? Hypers, if you want me to stream doing my taxes. I'm pretty sure Internet Comment Etiquette did that. And finally, we're getting to the ones that I actually really gotta research. Justice of the Supreme Court. Shall Justice Carlos G. Muniz of the Supreme Court be retained in office? I've heard bad things about Muniz, haven't I? Muniz. I've heard bad things about him. Isn't he fucking bad? Carlos G. Muniz. If he's a Florida guy, then he's probably bad. Carlos G. Muniz is a justice of the Florida Supreme Court. He was appointed by Governor Ron DeSantis. Ooh, that's bad. On January 22nd, 2019. He is he's a Republican. All right, we're voting him out. He will not be retained. We're voting him out. He was put into place by DeSantis. He must be bad, and he's a Republican. So, voting him out. He will not be retained. Cool. I'm sorry, but you're fired, Muniz. You're fired. Shall Judge Kerry the First Evander of the 5th District Court of Appeals be retained? Judge Kerry. Judge Kerry. Kerry 1. Let's see, what's his deal? His 4 children. What's his party affiliation? Ballotpedia.org. Let's see what this deal is. I'm trying to see his name is Kerry Evander. Kerry Evander. Kerry Evander. His name is Kerry Evander. I'm not finding any party affiliation. Evander party affiliation. Party affiliation. I'm just not finding anything about him. ProgressiveVotersGuide.com? Okay, cool. Let's see. Where's Florida? Select your state. They don't have Florida on here. Yeah, they don't have Florida on this website, Phantom Queen Me. Yeah, Florida's not on that website. Why would you give me that? Of course, a little sleepy. It doesn't mention anything on Ballotpedia either. No, I don't live in Florida. I'm doing an absentee ballot out of Florida. I don't know. I can't find anything about his party affiliation, and I'm not seeing any scandals or anything about his views. I'm gonna fucking ask my mom. She knows more about, like, this shit than I do. Hey, is Carrie Evander fringe or poggers? She probably knows more about this fucking guy. She reads the news all day, and she's a fucking boomer, liberal, Democrat. She probably knows what the deal is. Hey, chat, you know what this means? Absolutely nothing. Everyone needs to get out there and vote. Wait, he was appointed by Jeb Bush? That's not good for him. Oh, my mom says poggers. So vote yes to retain. And my mom says he's poggers. Alright, listen, if my mom approves of him, then he's gotta be good. He's nonpartisan? Interesting. He is apparently nonpartisan. We're about we're about a third of the way done with filling out the ballot for those that are interested. All right, I'm gonna vote yes to retain. It seems. All right, we're voting yes to retain this guy. He's apparently poggers, according to my mom, who is way more aware of this shit in Florida than I am. Shall Judge Jamie Grosshands of the 5th District Court of Appeals be retained in office? Or Finger stays too? Okay, we're gonna okay. Or Finger, when we get to him, we're gonna vote yes on. I got a second ballot today, registration address mistake. My first ballot was already counted. Should I fill it out like Daddy Trump said? If it was counted, if your previous ballot was counted, do not fill out the new one. It's voter fraud. Do not engage in voter fraud. There is no good that can be done from engaging in voter fraud. Let's see. Judge Jamie Grosshands. Supreme Court of Florida. Appointed by, preceded by. Preceded, children, education. Appointed by Rick Scott? She cannot be good if she was appointed by fucking Rick Scott and Ron DeSantis. There's no way. She was appointed by Rick Scott twice and Ron DeSantis most recently. Back in September. Ooh, that's gotta be a no. No to every amendment except minimum wage? Oh, obviously, yeah. I'm not finding any party affiliation, but there is no way, no fucking way, if she was appointed by Rick Scott twice in a row and then Ron DeSantis again, that she's not bad. There's no way. I'm gonna go with no on this one. There's no party affiliation for her either, so I'm gonna vote no on her. Okay. Shall Judge John M. Harris of the 5th District Court of Appeals be retained in office? John M. Harris. John M. Harris? Question mark? Judges aren't supposed to have party affiliations, Xander Hall? I suppose. Since you love McDonald's, would you do an Alexander Haley meal? No. No. I wouldn't affiliate with McDonald's. Who are these people? I'm just Canadian. These are judges. We're voting on judges now, and then we're gonna move on to amendments. There's only 2 amendments. One is a citizenship requirement to vote in Florida elections. I think we can all agree I'm gonna vote no on that. And then upping the minimum wage to $10 an hour. I'm gonna vote yes on that. Fernando won't count ballots without the green instruction sheet used as a privacy sleeve. It is like the 6 instructions. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I need a yes or no on John Harris. Yeah, yes or no on John Harris. Did you vote yes on Prop 22? That's California. I'm voting for Florida. So far, it hasn't crashed on launch, so that's good news. All right, Emily. We should be good. We'll save as often as possible. You can use the wax paper to leave it unsealed out with him? Okay, cool. Cool. All right, we're voting no on him. John Harris, you're fired. You're fired. You're fired, John Harris. You're fired. Is that Donald Trump or is that Bernie Sanders? I can't tell. If you think about it, Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders have similar accents because Bernie Sanders is kind of like a New England Jewish accent, while Donald Trump has like a very thick New York accent. It's very similar. Out with all judges except Evander and Orfinger. Okay. Orfinger we'll do yes on then. Hey, really? Now you may be wondering why I would trust what my mom says when she was a Pete supporter and then a Warren supporter and then a Biden supporter during the primaries, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't vote to kick out a progressive socialist Bernie Sanders style judge when there's a high likelihood of them being replaced by a Republican. I don't think she would do that. We're gonna go ahead and vote out Meredith Sasso. Sorry, Meredith, but you're gone. You're getting out of here. Yeah, I should also mention this is my first time voting in a presidential election. When Trump was elected back in 2016, I was only 17, so I wasn't able to vote. I would have voted against Trump, but this is my first time ever voting. I should clarify, right here, first time ever voting in a presidential election. So, yeah. This is it. You guys are witnessing it right now. This is history right here. We're gonna kick out Rand Wallace as well. Got hairy legs that turn blonde. All right. Last 2 things to fill out. These. Weren't you a fascist in 2016, though? I was a fascist at the start of 2017. Well, towards the end of 2016 and 2017. I was a liberal, like a, sort of like a... I liked Bernie Sanders in 2016 from what I'd heard about him. And it was after Trump got elected that I became a reactionary. It was like it was after Trump got elected, like a couple weeks after that I started to fall down the alt-right pipeline. I guess you could count me watching like the edgy Leafy videos and shit like that and playing on 2B2T back then kind of as the start, but like to actually getting into more reactionary anti-SJW politics was like right after Trump won. So I would have voted against Trump. I would have voted for Hillary in 2016. Absolutely. I remember I was upset when Trump got elected. I was hoping for Hillary to win as much as I didn't like her. She was cringy as fuck. And back then, my reason for not liking Hillary was the Pokemon Go to the polls thing. That was the cringe part. All right, we have 2 amendments we're voting on, and it's going to be pretty obvious what I'm voting for here. Number 1, Constitutional Amendment, Article 6, Section 2. It's in Roman numerals, so it took me a second. Article 6, Section 2, citizenship requirement to vote in Florida elections. This amendment provides that only United States citizens who are at least 18 years of age, a permanent resident of Florida, and registered to vote, as provided by law, shall be qualified to vote in a Florida election. Because the proposed amendment is not expected to result in any changes to the voter registration process in Florida, it will have no impact on state or local government costs or revenue. Further, it may have no effect on the state's economy. It'll have no further effect. We're going to vote no on that. We're going to not make it so you have to be a citizen of America and a permanent resident of Florida to vote. Cool. Voting no on that. And then finally, I think you all know we're getting a big fat yes on this one. Number 2, Constitutional Amendment, Article 10, Section 24. Raising Florida's minimum wage. Raises minimum wage to $10 per hour, effective September 30th, 2021. Each September 30th thereafter, minimum wage shall increase by $1 per hour until the minimum wage reaches $15 per hour on September 30th, 2026. From that point forward, future minimum wage increases shall revert to being adjusted annually for inflation starting September 30th, 2027. State and local government costs will increase to comply with new minimum wage levels. Additional annual wage costs will be approximately $16 million in 2022, increasing to about $540 million in 2027, and thereafter. Government actions to mitigate these costs are unlikely to produce material savings. Other government costs and revenue impacts, both positive and negative, are not quantifiable. This proposed constitutional amendment is estimated to have a net negative impact on the state budget. Sad. This impact may result in higher taxes or a loss of government services in order to maintain a balanced state budget as required by the Constitution. Raise the fucking taxes. Don't cut on other fucking government things and services, okay? Raise the fucking taxes for the rich people and middle class people, all right? It's cheaper in the long run for everybody. Even if taxes end up getting raised, if you're making more money in the long run, it's going to it's going to help people. They're gonna have more money to be able to pay in taxes. That's how it works. Yeah, look, no, can I show? I think I can show. They put that last part there in all caps. They put it in all caps saying, this will raise your taxes. This will ruin the economy. This will have a net negative. Like, bro, relax, okay? They put it in all fucking caps, dude. That's Florida for you, all right? We're voting yes on that. And we are done. Chat, I just voted. I did it. I just voted. I don't live in Florida right now, guys. This is an absentee ballot. I'm registered to vote in Florida, but I'm currently living in California. So it is legal, but I am not going to be affected by these, most likely. Unless something happens and I end up going back to Florida anytime soon. Alrighty. We did it. I voted. I voted, everybody. I voted. Once again, before I wrap this up, for the sake of legal importance, I need to clarify something with everybody. Here we go. This is from Business Insider, where you can and can't post a picture of your completed ballot. I just want to go over this really quickly before we wrap up. To ensure that it is completely legal in both states involved in this voting that I did what I did here today. I do not want anything to happen. California, it is completely allowed. Florida, which I was voting, I am in California right now. I'm filled out an absentee ballot. And for Florida, for which I was voting for, it is also allowed. So in both states, it is completely allowed. So I should not get in any trouble whatsoever for filling my ballot out on stream. I should not get in any trouble. All right. That said, this means absolutely nothing. Every single one of you needs to get out there and vote. If you are of age and an American citizen, get out there and fucking vote. Vote blue no matter who. Vote for Biden. Vote blue down ballot. Research your justices. Research the implications of your amendments on your ballot. And fucking vote what is best there for a lefty to vote for on that shit, okay? Alrighty. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was my first time ever voting.